Hi guys, okay, this is the update on the Nighthawk knapsack. Okay, here it is with the Black Hawk on the top for the flap. I'm carrying both a machete and a cold steel tomahawk on it at the same time. I've got everything I need for 3 days in here. I've got a full shelter set, cook set, food, etc. in this. See? Now, we scaled it up a little. With feedback from you guys and some things that have come to light and we bounced back and forth, it really made sense to take my original concept and scale it up just a little, because you don't live where I do. And down here in my south, 7 months a year, I basically need a tarp, a hammock, and that's it, a sheet. But you don't. You probably live someplace where it might get cool enough at night. You do need at least a woobie or some sort of cover on you, or a light sleeping bag or something. And so therefore it would make sense to scale it up a little. Plus the fact that, you know, there are more people that are full-size men and ladies that just don't fit in that teeny tiny little sleeping bag. They need a little bit bigger bag. So it does make sense, have the ability to hook it to it, etc. So what we've gone with now, let me tell you, this is the pre-production prototype. The final bag will be made out of exactly the same ripstop wax canvas as the Blackbird. Okay, but the this prototype is made out of canvas, green canvas, just because it was cheaper for us to prototype with. Save the expensive material for the final cut. Okay? Now, the carry handle on the back of the Blackbird, the shoulder straps come through that, and that's how it anchors to the top of the bag. Okay? It just gravity-free hangs, but if you want to make sure it's not going to flip up or down if I bend over real low or something, it's easy to just run a piece of paracord down and hook to the loop, which is what I've done here. Okay? A bushcraft zip tie would be perfect for this, easy to take on and off. Now, we have a series of loops on the side, a series of loops down the middle, and a series of loops down the side, and a series of loops on the bottom. So you got maximum attachment point. Now I knew a lot of you were going to ask about carrying an axe or something like that, so I've done this. All I've done is onto the space, and these are 1 inch space. The top is a little bit bigger and the bottom's a little bit bigger, because it's a series of 1 inch spaced on heavy webbing. Okay? You take soft shackles and just put there, and that makes a perfect place for me to take any kind of axe or whatever and run it in as that, instead of having a sleeve. Sleeves are great, but sleeves are kind of monotask. They can only do certain things. With this, I can attach anything to the front of this. If I'm not carrying an axe, I've got these loops where I can put a molly pouch or an Alice pouch or whatever sideways and hook to it. Real easy to hook to, quick and easy. This can be changed up configuration where I can move this top one up or down. And this is something that you make up. Real simply to make up these soft shackles. I've showed in videos how to make them. All it is a loop of paracord that's had the end knotted and burned, and then some sort of slider. Also make a twisted version of this so you don't have to have that slider, it'll just grip. Okay, but I can make these up in multiple sizes. With that flexibility, suppose I want to carry a shovel. Now I figure out about where I want it to be, say right there. I go underneath that loop, just like that, place it back through, go over the top of the knot to lock it, pull it tight, and boom, just like that, I can now carry a shovel. This one is good and tight. There we go. Just like that, and it'll ride like that, and I can carry a shovel. So I can carry a big saw that's folded up. I can carry a shovel. I can carry an axe. I can carry whatever long piece of gear, a tripod, whatever. Quick attachment points down the center of my body in the back. How about if I want it to go upward? Because for whatever reason I need to be able to sit this bag down, and having a full-size axe with it going down might be a detriment. I can reverse the order and come from the bottom up like that and simply anchor this with a tie across that and have the handle going up just as easy. Now on this side I've got my machete hooked. Real simply. Again, it's just ran through the loops, and whatever attachment points you have, hook it to it. Very simple, very easy, and easy to undo as well by using soft shackles or just bushcraft zip ties. I can take this apart at will. And there's that. Now, main body. I went a little bit bigger and a little bit taller. The way it connects is simply a roll top. Now let's deal with the attachment of the Blackbird just a minute. In my original concept, I was coming up with the idea of using the strap of the Blackbird to become one strap, and then having a strap on the Nighthawk be the other strap, so they could be separated and used that way as independent bags. And I like that idea. But going back to everybody is unique, and one of the things I've heard more than anything in the 1,000+ haversacks I've sold is they were individuals that wanted bigger, longer straps because they were just full-bodied and they needed more room than a standard haversack strap. That's the reason my haversack strap that comes on the Blackbird 2 is rather generous to handle that, to be a wider strap, a longer strap. But even then, that caused problems. So what I did was we changed that and we went to Alice pack straps. Now, all there is the carry handle right there in the Blackbird. The straps come through along the top, and I'm going to show you this in a minute when I break it down. There are a double set of D-rings on the top. You can use one from each side or both, it doesn't matter, to hook the Alice pack straps to it. And then they go through the carry handle of the Blackbird. That's what anchors it at the top and makes it where you can lift it up, get into it. And remember the design of the Blackbird, it kinks over right here. That keeps small stuff falling out whenever you lay this down. And by running a simple bushcraft zip tie across the top and hooking the bottom, this won't flip up at all and everything will stay secure. Now, with the Alice pack straps, the bag is not going to come with straps. It's got the double D rings at the bottom and the double D rings at the top, but will not have straps because everybody's different, and there's like 4 or 5 different styles of Alice pack straps. There's the short little pads, there's the long pad, there's the H pattern, there's the big wide one with the yoke in the back of it. All of them will fit, and it's your personal choice, and that way you can tailor it to you and however you want to carry it. See, because if I gave you just standard webbing straps, you're probably going to change over to Alice pack strap, just be honest with you, and it adds to your purchase cost for me to sell it to you, where in the end you're not going to use that. Alice pack straps run anywhere from 15 to 25, 30 bucks. Surplus much cheaper, and you can source them locally. Walmart has Alice pack straps listed when you go to the Walmart online and search engines, put in Alice pack straps, and it brings up Alice pack straps. I think they're like $16. Okay, so you've got eBay, you've got Amazon, you've got Surplus. You may already have an Alice pack, but you pick the straps that fit you the best. That way this is fully customized. And it's not I'm trying to cop out by not sending you straps. It's because I don't want to drive up the price and waste your time and money. You're going to end up with Alice pack strap because that's really the way to go. And I'm just trying to cut the price down to make it as palatable as we can. Okay? I have not found a source right now of Alice pack straps that are cheap enough I can just include them. If I find a source, I will. But everyone that I'm finding is going to bring up the price, and so it'd just be cheaper. And for me to make straps, that's really going to help, because webbing and all the components are really expensive right now, and so materials are the hard part to come up with. So that's why. So by doing that, you're going to have a chest strap, and you're going to have a quick disconnect, so you can just yank and the straps fall off of it, which are a big advantage. Now, I want to take my Blackbird off. All I do is I grab the quick disconnect and pop, and then I can feed the straps back through that opening, just like this. And it'll be fiddly. I'll be straight up. Gonna be tight. That's good. Okay. Now, the Blackbird, see, this is the carry handle I'm talking about. It's already part of the Blackbird. I have taken the strap and simply folded it up and put it through one of the bottom belt loops to keep it out of the way, so I can pull it out at will and utilize it whenever I want. And as you can see, it's the two right there. It's just double D rings right there and right there. And you have a big adjustment on Alice pack straps. We can set how long this is. Scoot it up a little bit. So how far down your back this rides. Whether I want it up tight on my shoulders or sitting a little further down on my kidneys. The taller guys tend to want it a little bit lower, and the shorter guys want it a little bit higher. Alice pack straps, that's the reason U.S. military went with it. I can pull it up high or I can let it settle down, whatever fits me best. Okay. Now the closure. Closure is a pair of D-rings, and then there's a reinforced strip around the top and the bottom. Right in the middle of that strip, there's a pass-through right there. That allows me to take this and hold this, tie this open for quick whatever, etc., to be able to get in and out of it. To close it up, all I got to do is pull the two straps together, roll it toward me like 2 or 3 rolls. I can do more, but let's say 3. And then I fold it over the top, and I'm using just a simple little keychain-like carabiner. Super cheap. You can get these all over the place. Click and click. I can put a heavy carabiner there if I prefer it. A climbing carabiner if it's something I could utilize in my kit. But that will then tuck down. When this pulls up, that's what that does. That makes like a shelf right in here, see? Where I could roll up and put something in there. Like a jacket, like a poncho, like whatever, and secure it up in here with the Blackbird holding it in place. Quick and easy access. Now on the back, I also have this wide pocket right here. This is like 3 inches wide. You can run a wide belt into this so that I can take that and wear it on my hip. Why would you want to do that? In case there's those situations where I need my chest completely unencumbered for whatever it is I'm trying to do. Remember, a feature of my Blackbird haversack is you can take the strap and run it around your waist and hook it, and then use the tie on the bottom to your leg and make this into a thigh bag. Well, the Nighthawk will do the same thing on the other side. A more practical application is the fact that with this, I can run a stick through here to hang this up on a tripod if I want. I can take these 4 D-ring sets and anchor this to an ATV, to a kayak, to whatever. I've got 4 rock solid lashing points, see. Double D-rings. So if I use one D-ring to hook the strap to, I got another D-ring there, I can hook the lash to hook the thing to the ATV, to the kayak or whatever, to the tree, to whatever. A bungee cord going around a tree, whatever. A bushcraft zip tie ran around the tree, cinched up, hold it in place. See what I'm saying? It allows me to hook this to multiple things. I want it, the maximum amount of versatility I can get. That's what I'm designing for here. But again, that is where I can hook it and run it on my thigh as a thigh bag. And it'd be pretty good size. Let me turn it down, I'll show you. But see, it would be able to put a belt on it and do like that and carry it on my thigh with one of those down there in the bottom going around my leg if I needed to, in something where I needed to have it that kind of available. I do have that option. I love having options. Now, opening it up, do that real simple, unroll. Inside my gear, in the back of it, which you can't see of course, I'll try to open it up where you can. Right here is a big pocket going across the thing, and inside of that you put your own pad. Now I'm using a U.S. Army sleeping pad I cut up. Okay, I cut 2 of these identical size. Now I would slide that in there. I do this in my Alice packs. I do that in that Alpine rucksack. Why 2? I get to where I'm going and the ground's wet. I open up, I reach in and take the one that's closest to the back, slide it out. Now I've got a sleeping pad, a sitting pad. Something I can lay down and sit down on wet ground and keep my butt dry. I can put 2 of them side and side and have a big enough area I can comfortably sit with my legs and not get anything wet. In my hammock, this can be slid underneath me to keep my torso warm at night, because where do you get cold? Usually your kidneys and your back. This is the pad I'll put underneath me in the hammock. Easy for me to just scoot it up under me and get in position, and it'll keep my kidneys and my back warm, allowing me to stay a lot warmer in the fall time, where I've got a good sleeping bag up on top, one of my small compact ones, but this will give me that extra warmth, and it's just a handy sitting place, something I can sit on, etc. I can put it back in without having to unload the pack, because remember I got 2. I will simply go between the 2 of them like this, grab the bottom of it, reach in and slide it in, just like that. Take my arm and slide it to the bottom. Now it forms a soft frame. That's also padding on your back, so your cook set isn't digging into your back, and etc. This allows me, I can pull it completely out and just roll the pack up small if there's nothing in it. So I don't have a stationary frame like an Alice that I can't do nothing with the frame. This way it's a soft, flexible frame. That's replaceable. How about you get one of those windshield reflective aluminums and cut it down where I could fold it up and slide it in there, and that'd be a bigger mat to go in a hammock or a bigger ground pad. Either way. But one of these thick foams like that, which is old, just gonna look, it will not come with it. You'll just have to look around. But I take old U.S. Army sleeping pads. You can only pick them up $2 or $3 at surplus places, especially if they're damaged, which is great to me because I'm just gonna cut it up anyway. See, or you can get a lot of times the kneeling pads at the garden centers and things like that. They'll slide into that pocket and do the same job. So on the bottom, there is a double row on here. When we go to production, it's going to be a single row of wide. But in this prototype, we did a double row. But when we go to the actual production, it'll be a single row. Okay? That's the basic idea of it. That is going to be the Blackbird Nighthawk. Now, price, etc. And this is the hard part for us. Right now, supplies are ridiculous to get anything. So we have decided to do a pre-production limited run. Okay. The people that had contacted me from my first video, when I showed the Nighthawk and said, I want to be on that list, I took them, they emailed me, and I put them into a list. So I've already contacted them because they asked first, And I believe in honoring that. You know, if I say that I'll contact you first, I mean it. And so they contacted me first. This run is only going to be 20. This run is to check out any final details of production. Okay? That way the loops, the jigs we're going to do the loops, the rings, how this attach, all like that. We're working out all of that detail. So this is like the pre-production, setting it up, rigging it out. Okay, and we're going to do 20 of them. It comes with the Blackbird haversack and the Nighthawk together. So you're getting a new Blackbird and you're getting a new Nighthawk with, I say again, no straps, because that's for you to pick up to fit your body and your needs. Okay? The price is $200. Why is that price so much? Because of the details, the quality, it being made in America, and it having all of those loops. That's the time consuming, is sitting there sewing those loops and making them right, where they're military type grade and they're going to hold. Okay? And so that's what's so time consuming. Now, I know people have already said, Blackie, you know, you could just source this out to China or something and greatly cut down on the price. Yes, that could be done, but I'm not going to do it. When I started making my haversacks and all, I said from the beginning I was going to do American companies, that I was going to do it here in America, and I wasn't going to do anything that I wouldn't carry, and I'm keeping that. And so it's not cheap. I'm not going to lie to you. $200 ain't cheap, especially today. And trust me, that's about as low as I can go and make anything on this, because of the production time, the quality of it, it being made in America, and etc. And right now in our supply chain issues, where getting things like rings, getting things whatever of any kind of quality, and you got to be kind of hesitant about that, you know, with when I was doing the Blackbird multi-bags, and I was the one putting the snaps on it, and I ordered 1,000 snaps off of this site, and when they got here they'd been made in China and they were total junk. You would push it together and you would just do like that, no friction, no nothing, total junk. That was a waste of my money. And so finding actual good D-rings that are of a quality, they're not going to stretch and come out on you. Getting the good webbing that has actually got the right thread count and is not going to tear or wear out. The good material, that's what's costing. And so at this time we're doing the best we can, guys. So when the 20 is sold out, that will be the end of this run. When we're going to do another run, I don't know yet. We're going to do one down the line. We're going to offer just the Nighthawk by itself for those of you that have already bought the Blackbird and don't need a separate one. And the Blackbird 1 does not have this carry handle on it. If you have a Blackbird 1, and there's almost 1,000 of y'all that do, if you have a Blackbird 1 and you want to add, then you could make yours fit the Nighthawk. So that beloved haversack you've had over a year and a half, all you got to do is add a wide strip of good heavy material and sew it. If you're not good at sewing, find a shoe shop, saddle maker, or something like that, or a tarpaulin factory, and tell them to put me like a 2-inch wide heavy piece, just sew it across right there where you already got where the strap connects and the strap, go between there and leave about a hand size gap, and then the Blackbird 1 will fit onto it. You know, but that's the reason we're selling at this time. The run is a complete run for $200 of the two. What would the price be of just the Nighthawk by itself? About $160, to be honest, because it is a whole lot more complicated to manufacture than that haversack, and that's the money. So I'm just being straight up honest with you guys. I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'm not trying to be whatever. I'm just trying to be straight up so we're on the same page. So I do appreciate all of y'all's support and all of my stuff. I do not know at the time of this video if I am sold out yet or not. But I wanted to do this update video for you anyway. If I have not sold out, and you will email me at, right here, DOWNNDIRTYWOODSCRAFT@gmail.com and say Nighthawk, I will tell you if it's sold out, and if it is sold out, I will put you onto the list for the next time we do this, so I'll contact you first. And the people that go onto that list, whenever I say, okay, we've got the resources, we got everything, we can do another run of X, I contact everybody on that list first and give them a week head start to get in on the thing. That's the reason I do these lists this way. It's the fairest I can be. So, if you are wanting to wait until we get the bag by itself, that's perfectly viable. It'll probably be after the first year, but we will do a run of, for those of you that just want the Nighthawk itself. Hope this ain't too much rambling, guys. It's a lot of stuff me try to pass on at one time. But again, thank you very much for your support. Please leave any questions down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.